is up, Colts Nation? Welcome to the episode of Tossing Horseshoes here. You got Hayden. We got some special guests here. Usually it's just Hayden and I, but we thought we'd switch it up a little bit, bringing some Eagles on. We're going to dive in, man. So we'll introduce everybody. So as you know, host Van Kemp, you got Hayden as the co-host. So we'll let the Eagles side go. We got Kurt and my boy Brennan. So intro, boys. How y'all doing?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having us.
Let's go, man. Welcome, dude. So we're live today. So we're gonna have some chat coming up. We're gonna be pulling it up, doing the whole nine, man. So big week for both of us. I don't know. I don't know who had a bigger week. Jeff Saturday, interim head coach, kind of with the first dub, but Hayden, we'll let them kind of sit on the sidelines for this when we go through kind of Colts versus Raiders. But any comments, gentlemen, anytime y'all want to intrude, anytime y'all want to say something, get some feedback, more than welcome to. But big win for us, man. Big win for the Colts, man. Jeff Saturday, not calling plays, but brought some energy back to the squad. So what you take away, Hayden?
The Raiders are the worst defensive team in the league.
Yeah. That's
just the reality of it, right? Like, I'll take the win, but it's a good warm-up win for the coach, right? Good warm-up win for the coach and the OC.
Yeah, I feel that. Hey, Parks Frazier. That's a
JV. It's a JV NFL team. Now, if we can go beat the Texans like Frank Reich tied, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I feel that. Hey, but what did I say last week? Gus Bradley, ex-defensive coordinator for the Raiders. Come on. I mean, he has their number. He knows what's going on. He's got Derek Carr's number. Also, they had some big pieces out, right? Darren Waller being out, Renfro being out. That was kind of big. So Devontae Adams, I mean, definitely an explosive game. God blessed on the fantasy. But still, we kind of held him. We held him. When you have one weapon and we stopped Josh Jacobs, come on, man. That was big. So, I mean, I enjoyed watching the game. I'll tell you what, Parks Frazier called a damn good game for the most part.
Yes,
obviously, it's a new scheme, new stuff coming in, right? So teams don't really know how to prep for it. But, I mean, the stats speak for themselves.
I mean, the offensive line looked a little better, right? The dude had a 66-yard run. I benched him on my fantasy team so he can go pound sand for that one. But, I mean, yeah, I really don't have.
Yeah, there's your boy right there. Come on now. Why you doubting the dudes, man? You doubted the Colts, man. Come on. You were going Raiders. Hey,
I've picked them. I have not picked them, 3 or 4 times now, and they've won all 4, so I ain't picking them ever again.
Never pick against them, man. Never pick against them. But look, hey, we got some people in the chat, so we got 5 watching today. Most, I think, we've had the whole time, so I don't know if it's an Eagles thing or just we promoted it. I don't know, but we got the boy. Hey, this is a damn good point. I thought he was going to die during the run, but I'll tell you what. They put a stat up of how many people have not rushed over 36 yards or some shit like that. But Matt Ryan showed out, man. I'm glad he's back. Sam Ehlinger, kick rocks.
That's awesome.
Outside looking in, Eagles. Which y'all? I mean, come on, man.
I have a couple things to say about the Raiders and Colts game. I think that the Raiders played down. They didn't play to their standard. I think Josh Jacobs and those boys can play, and I think you guys just did a great job. I don't think that that's a slack team, and I'm going to be honest with you. I think the Denver Broncos are worse than the Raiders right now, and that's 100% facts.
Yeah.
Josh McDaniels feels like he can't coach a football team without Tom.
Hey, year one, right? Year one.
No, because he coached the Broncos and sucked.
Yeah, exactly. He's been around the league, so it's kind of getting to that. I get being patient with him because of what he's done in his track record, but I think that's a good win. They're scrappy. I mean, Derek Carr's an all-pro quarterback. He's no slouch. I mean, it was a good, solid win for you guys, and you saw him emotional in the locker room afterwards. He's
crying to mama. I mean, come on.
I mean, he's obviously seeing something that we're not seeing in terms of effort on the Raiders in the Raiders locker room. So
Yeah,
they better get it fixed, or their season's 100% done for.
I would agree with that, man. I think Josh Jacobs being held for, oh my gosh, how many yards? I mean, 78, 1 TD. I mean, I'll take that. He could, any time you've watched Colts over the history, Maurice Jones-Drew, 200 yards. Like, we have not been a run-stop defense. And I'll tell you what, we showed out, put Josh Jacobs on the back burner, and made Derek Carr beat us. And I think that's why I was a little bit emotional there, man.
And really, what you did was not only did the Commanders kind of give you guys a blueprint on how to beat us, but it was really the first time Jonathan Taylor's done anything significant all year since the injury, right?
Yeah.
Since week 1.
Hey.
And it's true, though. It's true.
He got 150 yards rushing. Jeff Saturday got in there. He's like, we're giving him the damn ball. We're going to block. I'm tired of this bullshit. We're going to run it right down their throat. And that's what you did. I mean, Jonathan Taylor's no slouch. He hasn't been doing good this year. I have him on my fantasy team, and I already traded him away week 4. So it is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
You guys know as well as I know that's how you're going to beat us. You're not going to – you have nobody to throw the ball to, if we're going to be honest. There's no one that speaks out. I mean,
Michael
the young man Campbell, the young white man Campbell, he's doing decent, but like, you know, you can't be winning games throwing to Scotty Miller and the boys. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
I gotta put my kid down for this one. Bro.
I love that. I love it. Because I'll tell you what, man. We had back to it though. We had a good game plan. We stuck to the game plan. I'll be honest. My biggest takeaway was the offensive line looked great. Not great, good. They look better. They're the highest paid in the league. And you're telling me you give up 9 sacks the week prior? 9? 5 in the first half? Come on, man. That's ridiculous. So they showed out. Hey, maybe Jeff Saturday, the Hall of Fame center he is, actually gives some good insight. So,
Kirk, what you got?
This is a fluky win. His first game, nobody knows what to expect. I mean, I feel like every team that just, focused on running the ball this week came away with W.
Yep.
So all the defenses are pretty much, lining up in nickel. And if you're just running power and counters at them, you're going to get 5 yards a carry, sustain the drives. So.
Yeah. Hey, and I'll tell you what, who stepped up big for us?
Hayden, you're muted.
Hayden, you are muted per usual, man.
Good catch, dog.
Well, look at this.
Up, baby.
Stephon Gilmore. Hayden, you specifically.
Pass interference. Boy, I ain't never seen a pass interference call in my life.
But hey, came out with the dub. Hey, we'll get into non-calls on the next game we're about to review here. We're going to get to that.
I can't wait to unpack that.
We're going to get to that. But I'll tell you what, man. Hey, Gilly Locke came in, and you know who I'm excited about, who's actually going to be the starter coming this week? Isaiah Rodgers. Instead of Brandon Faison at attack. Isaiah Rodgers is going to be the starter. Dude, he locked down. Devontae Adams. What?
Huh?
He's better than Brandon Faison.
I'm not saying he's not, but when he played.
Come on.
Hold on. First of all, Brandon, you want to unpack some. Let's unpack the fact you just call all of our wide receivers dirt, pretty much. Let's go back to that. I ain't done with that one.
Wait, where's T.Y.? Because that was the best thing you've had since what?
Since Reggie.
I mean, it's facts. Who's Matt Ryan throwing the ball to? A center from VCU that decided to play football?
Yeah.
Tight end, man.
Tight end.
Well, he played center of basketball.
Yeah, he's a basketball
part
center.
of your receiving core.
Yeah.
You guys have the 2 best cornerbacks in the entire league, and Taylor Heineke and Terry McLaurin burned you.
Hey, shout out ODU, man. Anybody
can unpack that ODU? Too. There's a lot of things that happen. I think that the offensive line
with the running back from Washington who got shot fucking a couple weeks ago, and he's still
honestly, I gotta give credit. Let me just say, I gotta give credit where credit is due. You got to give credit where credit is due. They had a game plan, and they saw what Green Bay did. They saw what Tampa Bay did, and they saw what you guys did. And they said, you know what? We're going to run the football. We're going to smash mouth them. And that's how much we miss Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis, first-round draft pick out of Georgia, is such a staple in our defensive line because we have a bunch of old vets out there. He's a young boy with legs. He's 350 pounds, 6'6". He's a monster. And he's out till Derrick Henry comes to town. Thank God. But what I got to give credit to where credit's due. You know, I didn't know this, but Ron Rivera lost his mother this past week. So, you know, the attorney general just came after the Commanders with a lawsuit. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Shout out Jay-Z and Jeff
They
Bezos.
found a way to play for Ron Rivera. I'm going to give credit to where credit is due, but I'm going to call the bullshit when I see it and when I hear it. But here's the thing. All of the mistakes, the galaxies aligning for them to somehow with Taylor Heineke on his back feet making these crazy throws, it was insane to me. It was insane. But hey, kudos to him. Shout out ODU 757. Let's go. But the crazy thing is, it was still a one possession game, and they had 40 more plays than us. I mean, never going to happen again. A.J. Brown, he's limping around with one leg. He's got one catch for 7 yards. It's never going to happen again. I'll tell you what, Scary Terry is an all-pro. He went up against the best cornerback in the game, and he torched him. 130 yards catching. You can't let it happen.
Who's had a better season, though, Terry McLaurin or Michael Pittman?
I think Michael Pittman as of right now, but if Scary Terry continues to play, if they continue to play and they've won the last 4 out of 5 and they make a stretch to the playoffs.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that one. I'm just saying Michael Pittman is getting his every game at least.
I agree with you. And here's another thing that we're not talking about. Jalen Hurts still scored 3 touchdowns last night. We didn't play. What? Quiet 3 touchdowns. And not to mention, he dropped a bomb into A.J. Brown's hands, and he bobbles it, and he gets a pick. Washington makes a great play on the ball. I mean, it was insane. It was like watching the Jumanji movie. It was just like all these crazy things happen, and you can't even believe it. And you're looking at yourself. You're like, where am I right now? It's like everything just collided in the universe and helped them. And I'm happy for them. They needed this win. They're on the outside looking in the playoffs. I'm happy for them. But the Eagles are still the dominant powerhouse in the NFC. We have the tiebreaker with the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, the 49ers are playing catch-up ball, and I'm not really worried. We just got to go handle business when we come to play you guys because you're coming with the run game. I already know it.
Yep. Hey, Kurt, what you think about 3 turnovers in one game, and you've only had 3 all season?
We had 4.
4? Oh, shit. So even
but the last one doesn't count.
Yeah.
For fantasy owners, that shit counts.
Anybody betting on the over or the under is definitely like, holy shit. But, hey, you make a good point right there. Hey, shout out to Pops. He came in there. We're going to run the ball against you. We can dive right into it if we want.
Let's go.
Hey, Commanders, Eagles, Colts, Raiders. It's the pass. We're done. But now we're cranking it up we got a big game coming up this weekend. Hayden and I and Kirk will be there. Let's dive into it, man. We'll do predictions. We'll do what we got, what's going to come.
40-17.
Yeah. Hey, I'm with Pops on this. I'm with my Pops on this. We are going to come running the ball.
I think you're muted, boss.
Yeah, man. I thought that was just me, guys, but
yeah.
I'll take it over. We're gonna come running the ball. We're gonna do some of this, some of that. But let me tell you something. Green jacket, like this is the Masters. This ain't golf, homie. Wrong sport. Let me tell you that, bud. Anyway, if you look at NFL.com, per every team stat, offense and or defense, the Colts have the advantage over said Eagles. Now that means nothing, obviously, because yes, you guys do have a better established team, and you're welcome again. We haven't heard you're welcome. Kirk already said you're welcome for the coach. We gave you guys that coach.
Y'all could have kept it.
Why are both you guys muted? Why is it just me? Is this me and Kirk show? What is going on here?
Hey, we gave you Frank Wright, baby. You welcome.
We're back.
We did not want him. We have 2 separate shows at the same time. Is this what we're doing here? Ben, you're the admin guy, bud, so you might have to start plugging and playing. Okay, all right.
Yeah, you're muted.
Anyway, Kirk.
So what?
Oh, Brandon, you're good.
Yeah, I'm good. No, so the whole thing is the Commanders just gave you the blueprint on how to beat what was the best team in the NFL, period. Before last night, we were the best team in the league. And they came in and they had a game plan. Their offensive line dominated my old defensive line, and they showed, are you guys still hitting the weight room? I'm confused. Robert Quinn, have you lost a couple steps? Is that why the Bears gave you away for a 3rd-round pick? I'm just really concerned with what I'm seeing on the defensive front, because that was something we could always count on, and how we got into the playoffs last year when Jalen Hurts didn't have anybody to throw the ball to. No one. So, I mean, he had Devontae Smith, rookie year, Quez, who is Quez, right? We don't really know who he is. But I think that I think Jeff Saturday, and I also kind of want to go back to them saying that a player like cutting the line to coaching, I just think is crazy. I think you get a guy who loves your organization, and I think you get a guy that's been around literally Hall of Fame people. And I just don't really get that whole aspect. I think it's a great hire, and you can tell that it's working. And there's more energy. It's like the Taylor Heineke energy for the Commanders. The Jeff Saturday energy is, you can feel it almost. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to run the ball. You're not going to be able to throw out. You're not going to be able to throw against my DBs. You're not going to. So you're going to set up the run. You're going to work with play action, and you're going to hope Matt Ryan doesn't make the mistakes that he's been keen on making lately as his career has progressed. Yeah. But it's our game to lose.
100%. Go ahead, Hayden. Can y'all hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
All right, back. Yeah, we back, baby.
That was the Jeff Saturday thing. Obviously, that's a bunch of BS too, right? I mean, the dude, one, he was a center. The center knows just as much as the quarterback does, especially on the offensive front, right? So he got that down. Matt Ryan doesn't make mistakes when Matt Ryan doesn't get hit. The Falcons, we also got to remember, had one of the worst offensive lines when he was there too. And then we promised a 37-year-old pretty much mummy that we were going to protect him, and we had the number one running back, and they both shit the bed. Shaq Leonard shit the bed. Gus Bradley coming into a new defense, not knowing the players, shit the bed. So yes, you're right. Maybe Jeff Saturday did fix that.
I think him just as a consultant. I mean, he's been a consultant for like the past 3 years.
Yes, but just like you said about Gus Bradley on the Raiders and whatever, the Eagles coach knows our team too, right? And so to Brennan's point, I actually think the complete opposite. I think we will run the football. Yes, I do believe that. But the only way we are going to win this game is through the air. I firmly believe that, because with Sirianni, is that how you say his last name?
Sirianni, yeah, Nick Sirianni. Come on, man.
Who the hell isn't expecting Jonathan Taylor to run the football?
Exactly. So
you're going to put 8 in the box and we're done.
If you know we're coming and we know we're coming, I think it's going to be smash mouth football. Maybe take the under. I maybe take the under. I don't know, but I'm telling you what. If they clean up this offensive line, maybe a sack, allow 1 sack, not 9, not 3, not multiple turnovers. And if we keep Jalen Hurts off the field, that's our game. That's our game, period. You got to keep Jalen Hurts off the field because he can explode at any time. So
that's the thing, right? We're not going to lose from Sanders. We're not going to lose from any of your receivers. We're going to lose because Jalen Hurts is going to scramble. We don't do very well with scrambling quarterbacks.
Hey, AJ Brown has hawked us in the AFC South for the past 2 or 3 years, bro.
Well, what's his status, right? Is he fully healthy?
Who?
AJ Brown?
He played.
I'm pretty sure he seemed motivated in the locker room. I don't think anything's holding him back. He did finish out the game. I think more so just to throw the defense off and staying out there. But
if we put Stephon Gilmore on him, we're fucked.
Yeah,
I don't know how else to explain that to you guys. If we put a 35-year-old cornerback on AJ Brown, we're super dead.
Right.
Dead in the water, bud.
Well, and then you have to worry about Devontae Smith, who almost had a 1,000-yard rookie receiving season, and he's playing he's on track to do it again this year.
Yes, but his physicality is where he lacks. AJ Brown is slightly
slower,
and AJ Brown is
right. But it's kind of like there's a lot of teams in the NFL that are one receiver away, and I think you guys are one of them too. What that receiver does is it takes the top off the defense, and that way you get someone else out of the 8-man box, and that you kind of have those matchups that you're looking for, and you can run the ball a little bit, but you always keep them humble in the backfield. And if you can have a secondary guy that's really like a number one, but you're not sure, it's that next level up. And you see this time and time again with all Super Bowl caliber teams. They have 1 or 2 guys, maybe 3 guys that can go out and catch the football. And I just don't think you guys have the talent on the offensive side of the ball yet to really make anybody scared. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jonathan Taylor is what's keeping everyone humble. They're like, they still got this all-pro back. We need to make sure that we don't let him tear us up. But after that, it's up to your guys to make plays that haven't.
Hey, Paris Campbell, I know very low on the totem pole in terms of the season.
He had a great week last week.
He's had a great couple weeks, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Like that guy. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to have some guys come out of the woodwork somewhat because no one really knows. We're shifting through the cards and we're like, okay, well, where's the superstar talent? There's really not any on the outside the lines.
I like it. What you got, Kurt?
Can you help him, Kurt? Come on, Kurt, help him.
I was about to say, be real silent over there, man.
Alec Pierce is legit, baby.
Hey, give him another year. Give him another year, but with Reggie White. So,
like, you guys pretty much hit everything on the head. I'm just worried about not having Jordan Davis. That was very fucking obvious last night.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas Goedert getting hurt last night, fucking huge.
Shoulder.
Not having Avonte Maddox is going to be huge. So it's like we're just doing some makeshift. Fucking, we had Josh Sweat and we had Robert Quinn playing fucking in the flat. Like, that's not what they're for. They're supposed to rush the passer. So we definitely got to fucking tighten up on defense. Definitely tighten up the run because that's all you guys can really do because you got a statue standing back there. I mean, we kind of want you guys to drop back 25 times, 30 times because Hargrave's going to put the pressure on them right up the middle. We got some dogs on the outside to get to him. So, I mean, our offense, I don't like how we kind of neglected Miles Sanders. That's why I traded him in fantasy. I know that.
I got him, man. I can't. Y'all piss me off. Jalen Hurts gets 3 touchdowns.
He run the ball 22 times to get – motherfucker averages 6 yards a fucking carry.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get
he's been balling this year. It's one of his best years in a while.
I don't think Sirianni really likes him too much. Not really trying to pay him, so I think he's trying to watch his workload. But I think if we stick to the run, keep you guys guessing, really incorporate, Devontae Smith. I think Jalen Hurts sometimes can play buddy ball.
Just watch the deep ball, man. We got to watch the deep ball. We have to watch the deep ball.
That's a good point.
But that's the thing, right? This is no different than the NBA. Right, the NBA is changing to 3-point league. Right, it's been 3-point league for a while. All right, when you play the Eagles, we don't have the corners to stop their deep ball. Jonathan Taylor getting 5, even 6 yards of carry. Yes, it may wear down the defense, but if they score at an alarming rate because they're bombing the ball, like Miami got burned by Middle Tennessee State, RIP to my team, right? On that, if that's the case, again, we're not going to be able to score with them. You know what I mean? And if our defense can't stop, like there's just.
I'm just excited for the offensive line, man, to be honest. I'm still on that because it's been all season the highest paid offensive line in the league, and we're giving up children numbers. We're playing Saturday and Friday night lights football with this offensive line. Big boys playing on Sunday.
Was that a diss to Jeff Saturday, Friday Night Lights? Was that a diss because he was a high school coach? Are you dissing the coach?
Maybe. hey, didn't mean to, but it happened. But I've always said, and B-Con can back me up on that, we have always said big boys play on Sunday. And I'm telling you, this offensive line all season hasn't showed a lick of energy, skill, and the amount that they've been paid for. And last week they looked a lot better in one short week. Now we got the Eagles on a short week. We don't have anybody on that's got their number. Frank Reich's out the building. So kind of the coaching side of things, not related as Gus Bradley to the Raiders, but like I'm telling you, short week might be big. And, Gio nailed it right here. I feel bad because the Eagles, they're coming out pissed. They're going to come out pissed at the Colts.
How many teams do we hear say that every time they fucking lose?
I'll tell you what.
Everybody says that.
If I see Boston Scott in the first half, I'm pissed. I'm watching Boston Scott play football. Yep. I'm tired of it. We have 3 running backs. They all do the same fucking thing. Yeah. I'm tired of Boston Scott. Should have cut that guy and brought back Jordan Howard because we need a power runner. We always go back to Jay Ajayi or Jordan.
God, that guy was good. I saw a clip from him a couple of days. I was like,
we always call him back.
Don't forget LeGarrette Blount was on there too.
I'm wearing my Blount jersey on Sunday, so you ruined my surprise.
Yeah, let's go. That's gonna be hype, man. But hey, I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think for my side, we'll go one by one on what is going to be the critical piece for this game, and then we'll get into score predictions. But my thing is, don't turn the ball over, obviously. That's a very obvious one. But if this offensive line protects Matt Ryan in the pocket, could be dangerous with the play action pass. So that's just me. That's what the Colts need to do outside of running the ball down their throat. And that's how we're going to come out with a dub. Go ahead. Hey, what you got?
No, I'll be a professional here, and I won't say what I'll say during the game, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. But if we can contain Jalen Hurts in the pocket and don't let him run, Jalen Hurts, I even saw on ESPN, since he's been in Alabama and Oklahoma, they've even said he's always been scared to make the big play because he's scared of making mistakes, right? His turnover ratio is perfect, right? He doesn't like to. If we can fluster him and not give him space, and we have the speed on the defensive front to do so, yes, I agree with that. We have the speed. If we give him time to throw, again, those receivers will be open. So we're going to have to get to him in a timely manner and contain him. That's the only way we win that game. Because I personally think it's going to be a low-scoring game, but we'll do that in a second.
Love it. Go ahead, Kirk. B, whoever wants to go.
You can go, Kirk.
I got it. I just think run the ball like we were doing earlier this year, especially like against Jaguars. Push the ball down the field when we get the opportunity. Don't force it down the field. It was a good throw, perfect damn throw, but it was double coverage. I don't even think he was expecting it. That's probably why he dropped it. Just
run the ball with Miles Sanders.
Say what?
Run the ball with Miles Sanders. You think that's going to be the key?
Yeah. Keep it balanced. Because once you start keying in on Miles, then Jalen Hurts goes 20 yards.
I know, but the concern, Brendan, go ahead. I'll get in that. All I'm saying is you guys have 3 receivers, like Brendan was saying earlier. You have 3 receivers. So if we stop A.J. Brown, you have 2 more speed demons on the outside. If we stop one of them, you still have A.J. Brown. Even with Dallas Goedert out, you guys are fine receiving.
The key to us going 8-0 is never having him drop back and just dealing.
It was him running the ball because
it's always a threat of running.
You know how many times I've seen you guys in the red zone and he just takes off and Miles Sanders on my team starting.
Oh,
on the 1 yard line too.
And he gets no touches because Jalen Hurts just goes right in.
That's a greedy bull, man. That's why I had to trade Miles.
Go ahead, Brian.
So the key to win this game, I would have to say Nick Sirianni kind of got smacked in the mouth last night and he realized oh yeah, I only ran 5 rushing plays in the first half. What? We went to the playoffs last year because of that run game, and we had no one to throw to with basically a quarterback that was a rookie, because if you're going to count the last 4 games that Jalen came in at the end of the season, that's not really a rookie year.
No.
So what we should, Jason Kelce, these veteran leaders in this locker room, they have to be on these younger guys, because I feel like all of that undefeated talk is gone now. And now we're just focusing on, okay, number 1 seed, 1 game at a time. And honestly, we need to play better in all 3 phases of the football game. For real, we played so poorly last night in all 3 phases of the football game. We haven't played that bad since 2005. I was looking up the amount of time of possession that the Eagles have had. That was the worst since 2005. Okay, it's almost been 20 years since we played that poorly of a football game. Truly, it was like a meteor shower, right? You don't even know what the hell's going on.
How do you feel about Covey?
How do I feel about who?
Covey.
Who's that?
Our punt returner / kick returner.
Yeah, he's trash. Yeah, he's done. Yeah, I'm like waiting for him to make a play, and I'm like, you're just dancing around back there. I have no idea what you're doing.
Mud, man.
No, but really, truly, we need to run the ball. We need to get back to what we're doing, what we do best. I like Boston Scott. He's kind of got that reincarnated Darren Sproles, and you can look back to the Super Bowl when Corey Clement was kind of that feature back that nobody really talks about. He catches a 40-yard bomb in the end zone for a touchdown in the Super Bowl. So these little gadget guys I really like. I've always liked them. And honestly, I like to see him more in the screen game, because if you could get him in the open field, and he's so small, you can't find him behind the screen. It's like Darren Sproles. He's hiding back there, and he's shifty. So, and now Dallas Goedert's going to be out. So look for that, honestly, in the Eagles' offensive game plan going forward, because with Dallas Goedert out, I think a good chunk of our screen game is going to be out. So we need to have a better game in all 3 phases. I don't think there's any one thing. But
on your point about that too, right? And I've said this, Van, since week 1, maybe. We never check down to our running backs. And if you ever look at it, they are so wide open, it's not even remotely funny. It's like Tom Brady wide open, like Wes Welker stuff. Dude, Jonathan Taylor was open on the backside so damn much, and all we do is force passes. Or Matt Ryan would throw some wazoo stuff out of bounds. And Grant had a good game, but when you play a team that the Eagles are shit hot, you can't afford to make mistakes, and every possession counts. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like 3 points is better than no points. Like everything has to matter. We can't go in there trying to dominate because, again, they're just a younger team. You know what I mean? They're just a younger, more established team with a better – I mean, not to say a better coach because that schmuck left last week, thank God. But you know what I mean? That's the screen pass is going to be, I think, crucial because if we do end up locking it down, right? You say what?
You don't think that we're better coached?
No. I mean, to be honest with you,
I really like the Jeff Saturday hire.
Yeah, man. I mean, I really don't think
I really like that hire. I think Nick Sirianni might be. I mean, he might be coach of the year. So, but
remember, Saturday knew Sirianni because Saturday's been consulting for the Colts and as you're a consultant, you're essentially, I'm gonna say like an advisor or damn near a coach, and you're a center who played behind Aaron Rodgers and Peyton Manning, of all people. So the dude's no idiot, you know what I mean? And
Aaron Rodgers too in Green Bay. I mean,
if Peyton Manning or Tom Brady came from high school, you wouldn't hear a single reporter saying it was a bad hire. But because it's a center, they're like, "Oh, what the hell is going on with that team?" You know, like, come on.
Why didn't they call Edgerrin James, man?
hey, gold grill to gold jacket, baby. That's my dog. Let's go, man. Hey, so let's dive into some of these. I got some.
I need to answer some of these comments.
I got some comments here. Hey, Bob Pops obviously shut down Mahomes. Let's go, big time there.
That's Mahomes' cousin, though. It's Mahomes. That's
and honestly, if I could make a little note on what Bobby said, that's kind of a under the radar staple win for you guys. I mean, it was kind of like in the first 3 weeks, we don't really know what's going on, and then you guys come out and you beat the Chiefs.
I thought we were going to the Super Bowl at that point, and then the next week we got sacked with 3 turnovers and 5 sacks.
That's why, and to be frank, that's why I'm not scared of the Chiefs.
Hey,
you're not saying that in the playoffs. I know you're not.
Yeah, dude, Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, man. Come on. So look at this. Hey, Giovanni, he's obviously a Commanders fan. He's still high off of it a little bit. So
100%.
Hey,
I got to address this.
But hey, the bad game. Let's see. We got M-Town.
So Eagles didn't have a bad game. Is he saying that?
No, he's saying we gave you the credit, Giovanni. We gave you the credit, right? I mean, it's like I said, I put this on my Instagram. Follow me at BCon. But
ooh, he plugged it.
Yeah,
but here's the thing. Washington fans, they're like the soccer mom on the side of a soccer field that they don't know what's going on. They're just kind of screaming and they're happy that they're there because they never get to come outside of the house, right? So it's like they're just screaming and they don't know the rules and they're like, we won. It's like you guys haven't been.
You don't know the rules.
You guys haven't been anything. No, you haven't been anything for 27 years. You've done nothing. This is the biggest win. They've talked about it. Greeny on Get Up in the Morning. We have all the analysts that I listen to every day. This is a staple win. This is a huge win for them. And Taylor Heineke is taking Wentz's job, period, point blank. You can't convince me otherwise. I mean, thank God Carson Wentz has now gotten rid of all. He's the venom of Spider-Man. We're just like, can you just go away, right? Yeah. So I will give the Commanders credit. They played a great game and they showed everyone how to beat us. But I will tell you this, once Jordan Davis comes back and we are fully healthy, we can bang with any team in the NFL. We can put points on you. We can run the ball down your throat and we can cover your best people. So we'll see you in December when it really counts.
There you go, baby.
The Patriots thought that same thing.
Commanders will not be there.
Undefeated. You say what?
I said Commanders will not be there when we're doing.
No, but y'all play the Giants coming up soon. I'd like to see that Giants match.
I can't wait to play them. They've been talking a lot.
That'd be a big test. I think there's still kind of a fluke because Daniel Jones is still Daniel Jones, but Saquon Barkley is still Saquon Barkley at the same time.
Yeah. Hey, so we got some good debates going on, gentlemen. I love it, man. I love the energy. So what we're gonna do now? Let's get into the predictions for this, man. So I got here.
Hey, let's do pull up the full. Let's do the
I got you. We'll just do the Colts one right now, and then we'll do the whole joint. So
6.5. The
6.5 with a 45 over under. So
audacity, dude.
I'm thinking.
I take the over on that. I think it's going to be a high scoring game.
I don't know, man. I gotta. I might.
We got the same thing about the Bills and the Chiefs, and that was like a 20-20 game, and for them, that's really low.
I'll be disappointed if we don't put up 30 points. We need to go. We need to put up 30 points. Period.
Yeah, period. But our strategy, we're going to run the ball. We're running the ball.
You guys average 15 points a game.
Yeah. Hey, burner stat right there, baby. It's been a rough season. So look, y'all got one loss. Welcome to the damn club, man. We got 5 and 1 tie and some hard losses, man. So
bro, we tied the Texans. You know what I mean?
But
this is what I don't get, right? How is our offense technically better? If you look at the stats, our offense is in front of theirs. I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense. Not on this. I'm saying on NFL.com team stats. It has our offense in front of theirs.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what stat. I don't know what you're watching. Yeah, I don't know what you're watching.
Wait, overall, is it overall or what
yeah? I literally just looked at it. Unless
what year?
Peyton Manning and Johnny Unitas. I got my score prediction here. I'm going 21 Eagles, 27 Colts.
I mean, you're gonna have to. I get it. It's
tossing. Hey, I did it last week, and everybody doubted. Hey, we don't know.
Horseshoes.
Hey, I do stick loyal to my guys, but I do think about it sometimes, right? Last week, Hayden went Raiders, but I have only picked the Colts one time against the Colts. That was against the Chiefs, and they damn won. So I don't know if this is gonna shoot me in the foot later, but I got Colts 27, Eagles what 20? I think it said 21. Yeah. All right, Kurt or Hayden, go ahead.
No, that's our show, right? So first of all, let me
racism.
Yeah.
No, the Washington owner is racist, right?
Hey, Jeff. One thing I will say, this game, since it, like Brennan said, the biggest one in their history.
Racism?
What? No. So no.
Racism?
No. So hold look. So I'm just saying, Jeff Bezos and Jay-Z are talking about buying that team, and they were saying like $5 billion, $6 billion. Now now it's about to go up to about $7 billion just because they beat the Eagles last week. So I don't know. I live in DC. I would be damn excited if they had a smart Amazon Prime stadium with robots and flying drones and shit for the Commanders game. But Dan Snyder needs to sell a team, but I digress. So go ahead, Hayden. What's your prediction?
All right.
Had to.
Conspiracy.
Had to.
I get it. So let me just say that I won't be conscious for this game.
Okay.
I ain't seen my dog on a bottom left, bro, in about 3 years. So when I tell y'all that it ain't going to be the same, I ain't going to care at the time. But if I'm being realistic, again, I just really think we're going to have a problem with their receivers. I really truthfully do. To Stephon Gilmore, Devontae Adams is the best. I personally still believe he's the best receiver in the NFL. I really believe his footwork. Devontae Adams is a dog, bro. He's just a dog. We got lucky, but he's the only one. Darren Waller was out, right? He was the only one. With 3 of those weapons out. AJ Brown again is literally my size. He is my size and runs a 4.4 or whatever he runs. That is a problem. That's a huge problem. And so I'm going to go. I'll say this: we have a better chance of winning if we get the ball at the half. I'll tell you that. If we get the ball first, we're in for it. I'm going 30. I'll probably go 30. I'm gonna go 30-17 Eagles, bro. That's I mean, if I'm being completely honest, man.
He's getting staged right here because Kirk's on and Beacon's on.
I had the Raiders beating us.
Every single week we go through this.
Hey, I honestly appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Dallas Goedert being out has no relevancy of how bad we're about to get our ass whooped.
We've done 9 episodes of the show, and Hayden never says Eagles on the show, and here he is picking the Eagles. So I don't know what it is.
Well, I'm about to lose a jersey because I ain't picked the Eagles all season.
So
and
you know what? So we got to bet. We'll get into all the NFL picks. We got to bet for who has the most, who wins the record, right? And I'm definitely getting me a Jeff Saturday Stitch jersey. But we'll go ahead. All right, who's going? Kurt B. What was it again, Hayden? What you got?
30-17.
Ooh, man, you gonna be pissed off drunk. You're gonna be pissed off drunk.
In my head, I had 31-16, but I'll tweak it a little bit just because he was so close. I'll do 34-10.
34-10. All right. Hey.
Who's M-Town?
I don't know who M-Town Boy won.
That's what Kirk's friends.
I don't know. He just goes, thanks for being realistic. Hey, I'm realistic.
It has to be one of our guys.
Yeah, definitely. I had some dating site come on here too, and I had to block that. But I don't know what the hell that was.
Shout out to dating sites.
Bad links. All right, go ahead, B. What you got?
What do I think? Gilmore. What do I want? I'll give you two. What do I want to win by? I'm sick of I just hate to talk when you're out there and you know how good your team is. You know how the ceiling for them is so high, but then they come and they play like that on Monday night. So I think what I want it to be 35-17. I think that's a good win. I think that's a solid win. You know, you probably have a couple of crappy touchdowns at the end of the game because you're just driving. But what do I think it's going to be? It might be 28-23 Philly. I think it's going to be a close game. I think we might see Jalen Hurts in another one. I'm telling you, man, I'm concerned about my D-line. If you guys get some motion up there, if you guys push my guys around, the Commanders showed you. The Commanders. I got to think your running game is better than the Commanders. So
you think, but I mean, you think we watch them every week. I'm like, holy shit.
So Nick Sirianni, all he's focused on right now, stopping the run and running the ball. Back to the basics.
Let's go. All right. Hey, predictions are in, fellas.
Yeah, we just do put Kirko in his damn name. Go ahead, Kirk.
Hey.
Go ahead, talk.
I gave my prediction.
He already gave his predictions. Hey, you ain't paid attention. He's already drunk for Sunday.
Nah, man. I was just thinking that if we win, I'm getting a tattoo. I'm getting Colts.
I'll get Colts across.
Because that's going to be our Super Bowl for the year if we beat the Eagles. It really is. Let's just not lie about it. We're doing exactly what Washington just did. We're going to celebrate that.
Yeah.
You gonna put chains on too?
I was about to say we will not put chains on because you saw the Vikings. The Vikings.
Isn't it funny? Back. Isn't it so Washington that they take the celebration from Minnesota, they take it and they put it on high? It's like, get your own thing, man. You take the Virginia Farm Bureau insurance as your.
He was drinking Bush next to a trash can on economy.
You have the Farm Bureau insurance chant. We are the Commanders. Bum 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 bum. Like, really? That's your chant? Come on, get it together, Washington. Get it together for the citizens of Washington. Gee.
Yeah.
He could be on like partying around the horn or something, bro. He's good, dude.
Hey, let's go to Jacket Speaks for itself, man. I love it.
This was last week's. You know that, right?
I know, man. Hey, I'm changing it up. All right. Yeah, you running the show or me? What? All right. Yeah. All right, let's go. So, hey, we'll do who's that? I guess we'll go down the list. So I'll start Hayden, Brennan, and Kurt.
What do we got?
So I got the first game. Everybody will give their picks, but
Are we keeping track of this?
Hayden, get the notepad out, or if you got a notepad, B, get that out.
I got it. I'm tallying up all
year. Hey, Hayden,
we'll do B picks for the year. I'm sure I'll be back.
Hey, yeah, you definitely will be back. Both of y'all. So, hey, Hayden, am I one game up still?
You should. I mean, we tied this past week, so you should.
I'm still one game up. Let's get it, fellas. All right. So we're diving in here. So we got Tennessee at Green Bay, Thursday night football. I got to go Tennessee on this. I don't think Green Bay is what it is, or what it's previously been. So I'm going Tennessee with that.
Both teams actually run the ball pretty decently. I mean, Green Bay.
Tennessee's defense is nice, though.
I mean, sure, but Green Bay also has more than just one running back like Tennessee does. Ryan Tannehill. Whatever. Aaron Rodgers is one of those quarterbacks. Obviously, he's been legit. When he's hot, he's hot. And he's obviously still.
Is he better than Peyton?
No.
Better than Tom Brady. Yeah. I'm gonna say Green Bay because I think Aaron Rodgers and that who was it? What was that receiver's name? Rodgers. What was his first name? Number 9.
Amari. They cut
Watson.
They cut him.
Amari Rodgers.
They cut him after he just had that 3 touchdown game.
You're right. That was Watson with 3 touchdowns. That was Christian Watson with 3 touchdowns.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm blaming my bad. I was gonna say, ain't no way. That's some Bill Belichick shit when he cut the dude for having 3 touchdowns. He was late for practice. The dude never saw the field again. I'll never forget that. But I got Green Bay.
Christian Watson.
Yeah, I got Green Bay.
You got Green Bay?
Yep.
I'm gonna have to take Tennessee. I think the Green Bay Packers, I'm not scared of at all. I mean, really, right now, this league, it's anyone's, game right now. And you saw last night, it's any given Sunday out here. I mean, But if the way that the Tennessee Titans, like they don't get away from the run game, they need to keep it simple. I need to see something from that young man out of Oklahoma, Burks. I mean, he needs to step onto the scene. He was basically their hope for AJ Brown, kind of the same style of player, stocky. He's a big boy over the middle type of player, go up and get the ball. But I think that the Tennessee Titans roll on the Green Bay Packers, 20, 25 points. I mean, I think they get beat.
25-point blowout, or just they score 25?
Hey, Green Bay.
I think they beat them by 20 points, 25 points.
Yeah. SEC?
Yeah. I think Tennessee rolls in at Green Bay and just dogs them.
Jeez. Go ahead, Kirk. Hey, all you got to know is Green Bay is favored 3. That's the spread.
The Eagles were favored last night, so by 11.
Thursday games are always super weird to me, so I usually just pick the home team because that's what usually fucking happens. And the way that they ran the ball I hate that they give to Dylan so much, but I'm just Aaron Jones fantasy owner. I feel like they're just going to pretty much do what the Commanders did. Play keep away. Nobody wants to see Derrick Henry in the fourth quarter. You guys know that better than most, other than Houston. But, yeah, I got Green Bay probably.
You got Jacksonville, man. They're still in Division 2, bro. Come on. There's that word.
he treats them a little better than he treats y'all. I got Green Bay probably by like 4 to 6.
Okay. All right. Hey, pick 10. Go ahead, Hayden. You got the next one.
Dog just shit himself, I'm pretty sure.
Dozer.
I don't like Justin Fields. I really don't. And I'm sick of all these Michael Vick comparisons and all this BS, whatever. I think Atlanta bounces back, and I'm going to Atlanta. In Atlanta.
Atlanta bounces back.
Okay. Wow. I think Chicago rolls them. I think that Justin Fields, he the last 3 weeks, he put up 56 fantasy points 2 weeks ago. I mean, this kid, when you see him
178 yards rushing.
Did you see him throw off those defensive ends one after the other when he was trying to make a play on like 3rd and 10 at the end of that ball game? I mean, he reminds me of like a Warren Moon, he's got that like stocky, like a Vince McNair. I mean, Steve McNair.
Yep,
so I really like the Chicago Bears. I think they've lost a couple close games, and they're just ready to win one flat out. I think they win by 10.
Oh, okay.
I tell you what, Justin, whatever you just said, they lost both those games. One of them was to the Lions. The Detroit Lions.
Hey, they've also lost, I think, the most amount of short, close ball games in the NFL. They are in every game. They were in it against us.
Chicago or Detroit?
Game. Detroit.
Nope.
Dan Campbell has got those guys playing way better than they actually are. And the fact that they traded Hockenson and then turned around and got the dub the next week, it's a testament to Dan Campbell. Those guys love playing for him, and they're in the game every week.
I mean, bro, I've picked him every week and I've lost, so I get it, dude. I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah, help me on the jersey. Stitch.
Go ahead, Kurt.
Go ahead, Kurt.
Chicago, Atlanta. I'm going to pick Atlanta. I feel like Chicago just too young. They don't know how to close the deal yet. They should have won at least 2 of the last 3. And but what I saw from Mariota on Thursday was really fucking bad.
Trash.
He threw the ball in his back.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That was pretty fucking shitty. I have a hard time picking Atlanta after watching what Justin Fields is doing, but he's been Superman the last 3 weeks, and he still couldn't get a dub. I think that slows down at some point. I got Atlanta.
All right. I'm going Chicago. I think they're kind of catching a rhythm. 178 yards for Justin Fields rushing just on the ground. I mean, he's looking good. Don't forget Claypool. They picked Claypool up, who's obviously can't reset the ball in short time. I mean, we know his flaws that he's had, but he's still a weapon. He's still adding to that offense. So I'm going Chicago in this. I mean, 3 spread for Atlanta favorite. I think they'll win by like 6, 7 maybe. But I'm going Chicago.
Cordell Patterson has a big game. I think he steamrolls Chicago, but on their next one. Go ahead, Brandon. Who you got for this one?
Is he returning kicks still?
What are we doing? Cleveland, Buffalo?
Yeah, we got Cleveland, Buffalo. Now.
All right, Cleveland, Buffalo. you really hate to be the Cleveland Browns.
Jacoby
right now.
Brissett, shout out the Colts, baby.
You really hate to be. It's kind of like the situation that you're in. You're catching the Bills coming off a game that they should have won. That was a joke.
That was great
Josh
game.
Allen. He's like Superman, and then he's drinking like kryptonite mixed drinks. I don't even know what's going on. It's like he's messing himself up at this point.
He's a choke artist.
He's got the most red zone turnovers in the NFL right now. So MVP, that's done. That conversation's over. It's really, I think that the Buffalo Bills are going to win this one, but look for the Browns to make it a game. I still think Buffalo comes out on top. They're going to be playing with some fire, trying to correct those mistakes, but I got the Bills.
Kurt, you got Kurt.
I got Bills. I got them steamrolling. I don't see how.
I would second that.
I mean,
yeah,
bro, that fumble in the end zone ain't no way.
Hey, but I will say, not to cut you off, Kurt, but I will say I'm going Bills all day, steamroll. But watch out for Nick Chubb. Once he gets going. I mean,
don't forget about Amari Cooper out there having
but you got Jacoby Brissett throwing to him.
Once Tre'Davious coming back.
Hey, this is the last week without, or they got 2 weeks till Deshaun, right? Is it week 13 he comes back?
Well, he's allowed. He was just granted. He was allowed to start practicing at the facility.
Ironic. The first game he comes back to is for the Houston Texans.
Wow,
he's going to be awful in that game.
Oh, he's going to go off, but
he'll never be the same again.
You would think that the owners made this up.
I'm go ahead, Hayden. Go ahead, Hayden. What you got? Bills, Cleveland.
Yeah, I got Bills by a mile.
Bills by a mile, baby. All right.
Cleveland Browns, bro.
By Mississippi mile.
Yeah, by Mississippi mile. I got Buffalo.
Hey, we put in our picks for
we already got these ones, right?
So Kurt, you got the next one.
Oh man. We already did the Eagle joint. So man, give me Belichick. Give me Belichick because I don't trust that quarterback out in New York.
Isn't that crazy though that we can say that about one coach? Like he could have the most average team. Somebody's like, yeah, I'll take Belichick still. Man, that's crazy. With a third string dude, what's his last name? Zipper? Zanky, what's that dude's name?
Zaps or something,
bro.
Like, hey, I'm going New York on this. I'm going New York, man. I like their defense. I mean, not just as a fantasy owner, but their defense looks good. They got some energy around the team.
All the rookies are playing really well.
Exactly, yeah, and they got that.
Sauce.
They got the Sauce Boss on the D side, right? So he literally has a chain with a sauce bottle on it that carries sauce. I'm picking that dude every week.
You're forgetting who Belichick is. He won't throw to him one time that game.
it takes one play, take one explosive play, and I agree with that. Belichick is hard to beat. He is hard to beat. But Mac Jones, I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid, to be honest.
If they beat him, look for Stevenson to have a big game. That running back.
All right. Hey, I got Jets.
I want to pick up their tight end, whoever it is, because I know he's getting a lot of touches.
I got the Jets too.
Was it Hunter Henry or some shit?
Yeah, I think I like the Jets here. It's almost like I'm picking with my heart on this one because I just despise New England, period. I'm just going to be honest. I do not like them at all. They're cheaters, and I don't like them. So, it is what it is, caught twice. But it's really about – I don't think Belichick is going to be able to run the ball against this young New York front. I think they've been proving themselves. I think Quinnen Williams is an absolute stud. He's coming for the bag. He's going to get paid. I mean, these young guys, Matt Saleh has these guys playing lights out football, defensive-minded coach. I don't know, man. I really like the Jets. Sauce Gardner, that's how crazy one pick can change your franchise and how valuable the cornerback position is to every team in the NFL. I mean, you get a guy on the outside that can cover the best person on the other side. It changes your entire dynamic as a defense.
Especially when they can bump and run and not play the yards off.
I got New York. I want New York to win.
Rob Saleh. Hey, shout out. Hey, I chew. Bless you. Thank you. Derek Quinn Williams on it. Big Q. I'm telling you, man, there's something with that young defense they got. I don't know. Hey, did you pick?
Yeah, he said Jets.
I got the Jets.
Oh, you Jets. All right.
So you're all on the Jets.
Kurt, what you got, Kurt? Show us something we don't know. All right.
Y'all know about Belichick.
Yeah, we know too much about Belichick. That's got scars. I ain't gonna show them, but they got scars from that shit. So we got LA and New Orleans. Is it Andy Dalton still?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
And hold on, is Matthew Stafford? Is he out?
They still don't know yet.
I think that. I think he might get cleared, but Cooper Kupp is getting put on injured reserve. I don't think I was listening to some of the analysts talk this morning. I mean, Matthew Stafford really doesn't need to play another snap at this point. I mean, this season's done. You have to save your investment. You kind of just bring it in and you try to see what young guys can make themselves a valuable asset to the team in the
Darren Henderson needs to go off. I got him on fantasy, and I had Akers first.
We're going Saints across the board?
Yeah, I think Saints across the boards, we could agree.
It's just a terrible game. Yeah, I'll go Saints.
They lost. I mean, I don't think I picked the Saints very well. Jameis Winston's an idiot. Kirk knows that dude.
Andy Dalton in, though. I think Andy Dalton's starting.
Yeah, I think the Saints, man. I mean, I was going to say I might go to that game, but I'm being Indianapolis.
I'm curious on what Hayden picks for this one. You got this next one, Hayden.
You know what, though?
Don't be an idiot.
I mean, I want you, because I don't trust Daniel Jones. I really don't trust Daniel Jones. And to Brendan's point, the whole MCDC thing, where I'm telling you, I've always liked that dude. I personally think they got young talent, and I'm not a Jared Goff hater. Jared Goff was good on the Rams. The dude could sling the rock, right? But the Lions haven't had any people up front, defense or offense, for years. So they got the skill players kind of now. Jamal Williams, Amon St. Brown. Hutchinson on the edge ain't playing too bad either. But Saquon Barkley is going to be Saquon Barkley. And
he's trying to get a contract.
I mean, I'm going to New York. I got to. I want it. Like, my heart wants me to pick the Lions, but no, I got to say New York, man.
All right, who you got, B?
I mean, obviously, I have to go with the Giants if I'm picking with my head, and I'm not trying to hope and pray that the New York Giants don't catch up to us in the NFC East standings. And I did write down in my notes, as of right now through Week 10, the NFC East has the highest win percentage in NFL history.
I saw that.
Okay. Y'all deserve it because y'all sucked so long besides you and the Cowboys.
See, that's the thing, though. We haven't been that great the last 2 or 3 years, but we've usually dominated the NFL in terms of. I mean, we're the only division in football that beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, and we did it 3 times.
Is this your friend, Van?
Yes, and he knows what he's fucking talking about because he's bringing Eli.
I remember being in Swig School down in California. Y'all were horrible.
I know, but hey, he's talking about recent years because look, you got Eli Manning.
Eli Manning had the McNabb years. You got and
Eagles, yes, but who did the Cowboys have? Who did the Redskins? The Giants, and then
the Redskins. They had their run with Tony Romo. The Redskins had
Plaxico Burress
a little bit. You know, the Giants have always kind of been around with Eli Manning. But here's the thing, the Giants they need to win this game. They're looking at the NFC and they're saying, we might be able to make a run for the number 1 seed. That's not crazy to say. They're 7-2. No one thought they'd be here. It's another great story in the NFL, really. And I thought Daniel Jones was done. I had no hope for him. He's played himself into maybe getting an extension or at least starting for another team next year. Look at the Texans for a trade. I don't know, but it's really I'm going to take the Giants here. I'm going to take the Giants by 4.
All right. I like that. Go ahead, Kurt.
I got Giants as well. And I feel like this is a terrible scenario for them. They do need help, but they're kind of just benefiting off this easy schedule.
Yep.
So the more they win, I feel like the worse they'll get because they do need a quarterback. I don't think they really want to marry Daniel Jones and Saquon pretty much in the same year. So I think one of them is going to have to get the franchise tag.
Yeah, I could see Daniel Jones getting the franchise tag over Saquon.
Which is nuts.
Especially come back from an
franchise tag somebody and then still give Saquon the contract. Franchise tag is actually a cheaper route to go.
That's why
a lot of players hate getting tagged because they don't get the max amount of money.
I want to ask a question too, and we can ask it to you guys. I want to ask it to you guys. I want to ask it to the audience too. What have we seen Tom Brady take less money so that their team was better?
Yes.
Why? Is anyone not going to at least try that again? I mean,
well, his wife was making Hundreds of millions.
Why can't you have both? Daniel Jones. Okay, hey, look, I'm gonna take 40 mil. I'm okay. Leave that extra 5 mil for a sign-on bonus so we can get a good free agent in here. I mean, at some point, that's why they were great. Tom Brady getting shafted over and over and over again, just so his team is great and it has depth and it can survive injuries when you get into the playoff runs. I just don't understand it.
And hey, look what they're. Hey, this is not the same. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is not the same scenario as Patrick Mahomes, I know. But a 10-year contract, you can they did it with Kelsey as well. Kansas City's GM needs to win some sort of trophy because I'm telling you, he did the 10-year for 500. Obviously, Daniel Jones isn't going to get anything to that caliber. But he made it to where if they need to bring other pieces in, adjust his contract a little bit, they can bring those pieces in, and they did it with Travis Kelce as well. Obviously, Saquon and Daniel Jones are not the same in any aspect in terms of longevity on the team and skill level. But if you could do something similar to that, who knows, man? I mean, free up some space.
That's easier said than done because, Tom Brady was never the breadwinner. His wife.
$500 million.
A lot of these people are just marrying and having to take care of the whole family.
I didn't think about that. That's true.
In what world did Tom Brady suffer in his entire career in New England where he wasn't winning ball games? In what world did he take pay cuts to get better players? He had David Patton and Troy Brown as receivers.
They restructured his deal all the time. That's how they got Randy Moss. That's how they got Randy Moss and almost.
That was in the latter half of his career there too. Though
he did it for defensive players, not offensive.
Who knows when the latter half of his career?
Rodney Harrison.
5 years.
Even when Tom Brady's not there, they don't pay anybody. It's notoriously known.
Players
don't go to New England to get paid. You don't go there to get paid.
Right. And why? But here, off of that, why do you go there? To win
championships. Sure. Yeah, to win.
But
so
again,
that's my whole point.
They restructured it all the time, Hayden.
Who?
The New England Patriots.
Tom Brady. I get that now.
I would love to see the stats on how many times his contract.
Sergio made a good point. He made a good point. When you have your significant other bringing in $500 million or whatever the hell it is, I don't even know how much she's worth. It's ridiculous, but I can totally, I can see that. But
also remember this, right?
That has to play a part.
The Danny Amendola was hurt all the time. He was not he fell off on the line. That's why New England got him for cheap. No, Wes Welker was on Miami. He fell off when he was on Miami, and then he ended up being good, yes, because of the system he was in. Randy Moss, nobody wanted him because he was a problem with the Raiders. He was running his damn mouth. Nobody wanted him. You can go check that if you want.
Aaron Brooks was his quarterback. I'm running my mouth too.
And Randy Moss was labeled just like a T.O. was as a problem child, so nobody wanted him. That's why Bill Belichick even said he was worried about it at first. And then they got him. They got all those players for steals. It had nothing to do with Tom Brady reconstructing his contract.
We can pull it up.
I'm looking at it right. I'm looking at it.
He's
restructured at least 3 or 4 times.
So he restructured in 2010 and 2013.
From what?
2010, he had 72-year, 4-year, and he had $48 million guaranteed. In 2013, a 3-year, $27 million extension, only $33 guaranteed to free up $17 million in cap space for their roster.
For
and look,
when have you heard of any other player doing that? That's another testament to his greatness too.
Man, go look up Peyton.
And here you go.
Did Peyton do it?
Hold up.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
2016, Tom Brady, 2-year, 41 extension, 28 guaranteed, but with a player option of $10 million for Garoppolo as the backup. He did it a lot to where he restructured his stuff to where he was extending. They were doing something on the back end to get more cap space.
And he was worried about the team.
Look how pissed he was.
He wasn't trying to get the bag.
He thinks Tom Brady's the only quarterback who's doing this is
no way. He's not saying that.
If I'm wrong, I'd love to be corrected. You don't hear about it. You know what I mean? It's not like
the only reason you hear about it is because it's Tom Brady, right? There's definitely other quarterbacks doing it.
That's why I'm shocked that we're not hearing about it more because it was Tom Brady.
Everyone's getting top dollar.
Now Tom Brady wasn't a 45-year-old Tom Brady does not get what Tom Brady had when he was 26 years old. We all can agree to that.
He's making more. He's making more.
Well, I think he put up the best numbers of his career 2 years ago.
when he went to the Super Bowl the first time with the Bucs.
I'm pretty. He's drinking something. I don't know what.
Okay, you can play that good, right? But so you're going to dump $30 million a year into Tom Brady to risk having nobody?
No, of course not. But
that's what I'm saying. He's 45 years old.
I'm not sure if they might be paying him that right now.
I think this is his biggest contract of his career.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay?
I'm pretty. There's no way Tom Brady is making less than $30 million a year.
This is also the first, besides Gronkowski, I would like to argue, this is the first time that he's had actual players that come to him. Well, I can't say Julio and Antonio Brown, I guess, but in their prime, excuse me. Again, Randy Moss has been in the league forever. Wes Welker was in there forever. Danny Amendola, Gronkowski, and Aaron Hernandez, they were in their primes. They were young. They were gunning. Everybody else on the offensive side, the Kevin Falks, the James Whites, the Corey Dillons, Corey Dillon was way washed by the time he played with Tom Brady. So now at Tampa Bay, he actually has young players around him for the first time.
All right, hey, let's square this up.
Tom Brady.
I'm right there with Pops on this. He's haunted us for years. Fuck Tom Brady, man.
That's right.
Let's go. Hey, so look, let's.
I know you see that one clip him trying to trip that receiver after he got. You saw that?
7.
Yeah.
Hey, so for real though, I got New York. I can't pick Detroit. For the who did that last one? Was that Hayden?
They don't matter. I got Baltimore.
All right, Baltimore, Carolina, Baker Mayfield. I think we got big trust. I think we got big trust.
Rolling.
I got Lamar Jackson and company.
There we go.
Get him some help.
Although, what's his name? What's the quarterback out of Carolina that won the job that was in the XFL?
PJ Johnson.
No.
PJ something. Not
Walker.
PJ Walker. Shout out the XFL.
XFL's coming back too, baby.
I know, and The Rock owns it, so that's going to be sweet because we really needed a supplemental league.
Farm system. We need a farm system.
Look at Taylor Heineke. He was a backup in the XFL, and he got his chance. And now look,
and he beat the best team in the NFL yesterday. You know
exactly.
XFL was badass when Vince McMahon owned it. That's where Kurt Warner came from. They were
Galaxy.
It was like Blitz 2000 back in the 90s, dude. That was badass.
Yeah, that was awesome.
All right, we got a kind of an ass game here. Washington versus Houston.
I think these are $16.
Yeah, that's where it gets nuts. $16 here. I'm going Commanders. They're coming off high.
Houston kind of like lingers around, just like kind of Detroit does sometimes, though. Houston puts up fights in the first half.
Right.
They tied the Colts. I mean, that's not saying much, but you get what I'm saying.
And really, they're kind of both the same team if you think about it.
Brandon Cooks.
Houston doesn't really have – I mean, they have Brandon Cooks, but Scary Terry, he is a dog on the outside. And they're going to do the same thing to each other. They're both going to try and run the ball down each other's throats, and it's going to be a smash-mouth football game for sure. And, hey, Davis Mills, he made a couple throws against the Eagles where I was like, this man did not just do that. When he rolled out to the right and he hit that dime in the back of the end zone, I was like, what?
What?
The NFL this year is absolutely crazy. You got Davis Mills.
He changed my mind. I'm going Houston.
I like Houston too.
Hey, Darren Pierce or whatever his name is. He looks good.
Fuck Tom Brady. Fuck the Commanders. I'm going Houston.
Who you got, Kurt?
I got H-Town, baby.
Hey.
Let's go.
All right, Lone Wolf with the Commanders. I got it. All right, Vegas and Denver in Mile High. I can't drink the Kool-Aid.
I got a stat for y'all.
Go ahead.
Denver would be 8-1 if they just scored 18 points in all of their games.
Oh my god!
So their defense is holding their own then.
Yeah. Well, hey, they lost Chubb.
That's crazy. That's
I think they averaged like 15 or 16 points.
Well, they just lost last week to the Titans, 17-10 too.
Who'd they lose that big D?
Exactly 18 points. They'd be 8-1.
Oh my god! I'm glad the Colts got a dub out on them. But what was the defensive tackle they just lost? Defensive end. They're riding, but hot damn, they need to get some points on the board. So what is it? Chubb? Not Chubb.
Bradley Chubb.
Bradley Chubb. Yeah, he just went to Miami on a big contract. Right. So I don't know, man. I think crying Derek Carr, he's coming out for vengeance. I think I'm taking Vegas in this.
I'm gonna roll with you on that. I think that the Russell Wilson trade. This is a hot take. I think the Russell Wilson trade will go down as one of the worst trades of all time. I think that he is completely lost.
Well, he's a man of God.
That's all good. So is Tebow. Look what happened to him. He's not in the NFL anymore. But it's just crazy. This man's out. He's running on the plane. He doesn't even know what he's doing. He's being coached by his dad to talk in the press conferences. I don't like him. He's a fake. It's this weird like fake leadership, and no one's really buying into it, and you can feel it. And John Elway's looking at himself like, what the hell did I just do? I got Las Vegas all day.
Let's go.
I got Vegas. I think they get a bounce back. I hate to see grown man cry, so I kind of want to pick Denver. But I think Jacob's going to have a bounce back game for sure.
Let's go. You got Hayden?
Vegas. I ain't worried about nobody. I ain't worried about Denver.
Okay. All right. Hey, we got Dallas, Minnesota. In Minnesota. That's going to be a good game.
Listen, I got Dak. Geno Smith's got a bye week. I got Dak on my fantasy. I don't trust his ass. One, he needs braces. Let's get that out the way. His teeth are all jacked up. He needs to fix his grill. You got all that millions of dollars. Fix your grill. What Deion Sanders say? When you look good, when you look good, feel good, play good, you get paid good. He sucks. He's ugly. I ain't picking him. Minnesota, Kirky Cuz, baby, flying high.
Hey, around the house. I see everybody smiling. We all got Kirk. We got Kirko chains or whatever.
No, I got Minnesota.
Ooh, yeah,
I got. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. I got Minnesota. Wait, does Dak have the bad teeth? I didn't know he had messed up teeth.
Hey, he's spending all on
He's spending all these commercials. I haven't noticed his teeth.
Hey, Sleep Number is taking all his money. He can't buy braces.
Yeah, well, and I think the elephant in the room is that Cooper Rush has played better than Dak has with this team. He's had a better QBR. He's had a better passer rating. They look better. They look more complete on both sides of the football.
I hate that style of football, though.
The only reason Dak is still there is because Jerry Jones, by default, he's the most loyal owner we've ever seen. He stuck by Jason Garrett for a million years. He's going to stick by McCarthy for a million years. He just loves his dudes. But Dak's not worth all the money.
No, it's crazy to say that, and I didn't think I would be saying that like at this point in the season. And honestly, Tony Pollard should be the number one back.
That's it. Tony Pollard's a dog. Yeah, hey, look at this stat. Look, 629 or 21 yards with 6 TDs. Tony Pollard, Zeke, 443 and 4 TDs.
Well, Zeke's been out a little bit too, though.
I get that. But average yard right here.
He just runs different. He's got that extra like.
Well, he has that backup
6 yards per carry.
He needs to get it. He wants to start.
Right.
Hey, chip under your shoulder. I like it.
I still like Minnesota though. Justin Jefferson, he may have made the best catch of all time last week. So
he might have trunked OBJ. OBJ's joint was nice though. 3 fingers.
The reason
this was contention. This was a contended catch.
Well, and it was also 4th and 18 to win the game. I mean, if they don't convert there, the game's over.
Well, mind you, that dude from the Steelers a couple weeks ago, Pickens, whatever, he had a better catch than OBJ. It was the same type of catch. Except his was over his back shoulder.
I think with life on the line. That tells you something. They come back and they say, I have better catches at practice.
Who said that?
Like Allen Iverson said, we're talking about practice.
He said that because his fucking homie died, man. Nobody knows that backstory besides me and Kurt.
But all I'm saying,
his friend died.
I know, but look, all I'm saying is AI. He's talking about AI. But I'm saying Kenny or whatever, Pickens or George Pickens, he came back after that catch and was like, hey, I make better ones in practice. It don't matter.
But his catch was better than OBJ's. I mean, his was literally turned around.
No way. I don't know what you're drinking tonight, bro. I don't have a damn clue what you're
drinking. I were to throw that pass over your shoulder, you were trying to catch it with 2 hands, it'd go straight through your hands.
I'm not a professional athlete, obviously.
OBJ caught it with 3 fingers while being interfered with, and he scored the touchdown.
The touchdown was just the placement of the field position. Right?
But don't be salty. Enjoy greatness.
Interference.
The OBJ thing, it was first quarter. It's like, okay, you don't make the catch there. You goal. It's like had no significance. That thing that Justin Jefferson did on 4th and 18 to beat on the Bills defense
in Buffalo.
I'm taking
not even that catch. I mean, the one that he had to get to the goal line, the 1 yard line.
Right.
That was even a better throw. But talk about concentration. That one of the 1 yard line goes up there with a San Antonio Holmes in the Super Bowl catch. Because that might be
that's number 1 for me. That's the best catch I think. But that's for me. But I don't know. That was a crazy play last week.
All right. Hey, so we're all on the Vikings train. Skull.
2 words, Justin.
Shout out Jesse Kahn.
Hey, shout out Jesse Khan, baby. Hey, so this next one, hey, Cincinnati coming off a bye week in Pittsburgh all day long. Joe Mixon, Joey B, Higgins, Chase is out. So I don't know. I'm definitely going Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm rolling with you. This is easy. I'm going Cincinnati all day.
Pittsburgh.
Whoa, curveball. Let's explain. Let's explain why.
Kenny?
What you got? Kenny Pickett. He's got 2 gloves on. Come on. What's your meaning behind it? You think Najee Harris is gonna have a big game?
I hope.
Oh, you're a
You got him
fantasy
on
picker.
fantasy.
You're a
Yeah.
fantasy
No, I
picker.
don't got him. I don't have him. I think Cincinnati is so overrated. I hate them. I hate them. They kind of got hot when they needed to get hot.
Kirk likes Lamar Jackson. All right, y'all need to have a backstory. Kirk,
Hey, ain't nothing
if
wrong with
Kirk
that.
wasn't an Eagles fan, he'd be a Baltimore fan. So how his thing goes in basketball is that Kirk's not a designated team guy. He's a player guy. He's like
I do the same thing in the NBA.
This isn't about me. This is about.
I'm just saying they need to know. They need to know why you hate Cincinnati. It has nothing to do with it because the Eagles fans they're indifferent about Cincinnati. It's just because he likes Lamar Jackson.
I think they're overrated.
Hey,
here's my thing.
Super Bowl slump.
Who does Pittsburgh have to throw the ball to? Deontay Johnson?
George Pickens. And I'm like, he's a rookie.
You don't know who these guys are. They're coming out like little giants. You're just like trying to get on the field and see who can play.
Kirk hates white guys.
Tyler Boyd is a baller. I don't even know. I picked him up on my fantasy this week off the waiver. He's a baller. They got Jamar Chase might be out. They got T. Higgins. Their tight end can play. Joe Mixon scored 5 touchdowns before the bye week. It's Cincinnati. And if they lose this game, they need to look at themselves in the mirror because they need to get back to what got them to the Super Bowl. And I still think there's some flashes of it.
I mean, this dude was ready to get drafted, bro. This was the NFL. This is George Pickens on draft day. This is him when he got picked. He was just like, I'm ready. Let's go. NFL, Twitter. This was their bio. This was their bio.
This is hilarious.
I'm like, let's go. If you see the video of Beacon when you're done with this, look that shit up. It is hilarious, man. He's getting drafted. His whole family's
What round is this? Is this a first round? Can't be because they took Kenny Pickett.
Second or third.
It's got to be second or third.
Because I'm like, you better get your ass. You better get your ass to the damn draft, boy. What the fuck are you doing at home? For real, man. You know how crazy it is to get into the NFL. You don't want to show up and get drafted and get the hat. You want to chill at your – that is –
Hey, he might be coming for vengeance. Kirk might be onto something, but I ain't drinking that Kool-Aid. I'm going Cincinnati all day. Carson Palmer days, all right?
Those are some tough days.
Tough days. But prime time, hey, they shifted this game, right? So since Kansas City, LA, they shifted it. It was like a 4:00 game. They put it to prime time. Vegas knows something. We know something. I'm going Kansas City. I think Juju's getting hot.
Coming off a concussion, though. Be careful.
Hey, might not know his name, but he's getting hot. He's getting hot. And obviously –
Tony?
No. What? Tony who?
Kadarius Tony. He came from the Giants.
Kadarius Tony. He had a TD.
Nice.
And then the guy with the 2 last names, he had a TD. You can't get a fantasy – outside of Kelsey, you can't get a wide receiver in fantasy for Kansas City because he throws it all over the field. But either way, I got Kansas
Harvin's
City.
still fast as all shit.
I got Kansas City all day.
I mean, yeah, I think across the board. I'm not picking Chargers. That's the stupidest thing in the world.
I mean, I like Herbert, but I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid.
I might venture out. I might venture out and take the Los Angeles Chargers if you want to write that down. Keenan Allen's looking to come back. Mike Williams might be coming back. It might be the first time they have their full receiving core. And Kansas City can't stop a nosebleed. I mean, you guys gave him an L. So
let me tell you this, bro.
Austin Eckler's a dog. I don't think Los Angeles, and this is a divisional game. We know how those go in the NFL. It's any given Sunday. And the Kansas City Chiefs they weren't what they were when they won the Super Bowl. We know that they can be had. The Indianapolis Colts had them. The Buffalo Bills, obviously, they're a beast, but we know their flaws as well. It's up in the air, and I'm going to take the Chargers on this one at home.
Think about Justin Herbert. I mean, I've had Mike Williams on my fantasy team for the past 2 years. And you watch their games. Justin Herbert does not know how to distribute the ball. If it's not a screen pass to Eckler, because Eckler's their number 1 receiver too. Let's not forget that.
You said Justin Herbert doesn't know how to distribute the ball.
Let me finish talking.
Okay.
He's got a decent point there. He's got a decent point.
When Mike Williams was last healthy, and they had what's his name? Is it Parker? Number 5? Is it Parker?
Palmer.
And Carter.
Mm-hmm. They've been playing.
Justin Herbert only throws to one receiver and then Eckler for an entire game. You go back and watch with Keenan Allen played. There's some games where him and Mike Williams both went off, but predominantly speaking, only one receiver gets touches when Justin Herbert is on the field. Yeah, Austin Eckler will always get his touches.
Oh, you mean like he kind of zones in?
Yeah, he doesn't spread the field that much.
Okay,
Mike Williams had, I think, 2 or 3 catches one of the last games he was playing. Herbert just locks in, and that's kind of his fault, right? That's like we obviously know he can sling the rock. He did it last year, but he also had Keenan Allen, if I'm not mistaken, correct? I think Keenan Allen played the whole year last year, and I think that's his safety blanket. And without that, he just locks in on one dude and Austin Eckler, and that's it. For your running back to be your number 1 receiver, that's a huge problem.
What are the Chargers' record? What's the Chargers' record right now?
Did they win this past week? I can't remember.
5-4, I want to say.
5-4, second in the AFC East.
This is a huge game. I mean, they're looking at the Kansas City Chiefs. They're 2 games back. If they win this, they get the tiebreaker and they go 1 game up.
Watch, where's the receptions for Austin Eckler though? Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, yeah, so 67 receptions. Like, dude, that's almost double of your number 1 receiver. That's insane.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
And his yardage and only off by 70 yards. So, like, what do you do?
I can't believe that's that low, to be honest.
Well, he's been out. He's been out.
He's been out since week 1.
Week 1. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so he's coming back for the first time. So,
and Derwin James though is a beat. Their defense is there. They're Khalil Mack, Bosa. Don't sleep on them.
I think on paper they're there. I don't think they put it together yet.
That's correct. Yeah, that is true because they've been trashed this season. To be honest with you, the defense has been trashed, but they have the players. So
talk about J.C. Jackson. Whew, stealing money.
Stealing money and just got hurt, right?
Yeah. That's the same thing as Stephon Gilmore and who's the other cat for the Patriots? Obviously, J.C. Jackson. People are just system players, and they keep paying them like they're superstars. Bill Belichick has the ability to make dudes look phenomenal. He does.
Do you want to change your pick to the Patriots?
Yeah, I was about to say you're switching up.
I mean, no, because I think that the New York Jets. I like that coach. I do. I like that coach. I think
what's his name?
Rob Sahala or whatever.
All right, who you got Kirk in this?
I got Patty with the hips, man.
Patty with the hips. All right.
As Uncle Bob says, Pat Mahomes.
Mahomes, yeah, it's
Mahomes.
Hey, he's
that's
one
what
of
I say too, Pat Mahomes.
Hey, he's one of 2 watching, so we got to be easy on Bobby Kemp tonight. You know, he's probably got a bourbon in him, but hey, that's going to be a good Sunday night football game. I'm stoked on it. Maybe we can catch that in the Indy bar after a good win. I know, it's going to be difficult.
I don't think we guys together.
I mean, all right, hey, I hear you. I'll get one with you. Hey, you cover me with that military money, man. I'll get one too. Fuck it.
Tattoo artists do discounts on me.
All right, hey, the final game. San Francisco
Sweet
at Arizona.
We're all in the Niners, right?
With McCaffrey coming there, it's hard not to pick them, right? Garoppolo getting paid every single game this year. He wins.
Bro, the announcers, Chris Collinsworth said it best last week, right? When they actually get Kittle involved, for some reason, George Kittle's like, they're not giving him what he used. Like, he's not getting the ball like that because of Curtis Samuel's
blocking. He's blocking. His blocking ability is nuts.
But who's number 10? I'm not going to say him. Sorry.
It's Garoppolo. That's the quarterback.
No, I said I was thinking of Washington.
Debo Samuel?
No, Ayuk.
Oh, 11.
Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah. Since he's emerged, George Kittle has fallen off on the receiving end. But when they get George Kittle the football down the middle, that opens it up for McCaffrey and Debo can do his thing. Dude, never trust a grown man who they like a professional video gamer on the side of being a professional quarterback. I'm talking about Kyler Murray. Never trust a man whose face is in a fucking TV screen and he's a professional football player. He's supposed to be a man's man. This dude's over here playing Sega.
A lot of people do. We got into that a couple weeks ago. A lot of people are playing. You got KD.
And I was right.
His head. Everybody playing.
But shout out DeAndre Hopkins because that dude is
D-Hop's back. But I'll tell you what, Hollywood Brown being out, that's kind of a big piece as well. But what's his name? Randall.
Antoine Randall.
No, God, R.I.P.
It's like Wandale or something like that.
Yeah, Wandale.
I got Niners 23-3. I don't see how the Arizona Cardinals can really do anything. I mean, he's Kyler Murray's literally going to be running around playing backyard football, trying to just toss it up to DeAndre Hopkins.
It works in the fourth quarter.
It works for like 2 plays, and then the 49ers,
and an extra point.
49ers defense is no joke either. They got
Brandon, if you put these scores down like a parlay or like a correct game score, and you hit, you know what? The action. They're so out there, dude. You're going to hit like fucking $100,000.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see how I do this week, and then we'll piggyback if I do it another time. But I don't know. I just really they have James Conner. I don't know.
I'm not drinking the James Conner Kool-Aid anymore. He hadn't been.
I'm drinking people's Kool-Aid, man. Say something different, man.
I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I like Kool-Aid. What you talking about? Hey, all I got is hot takes and Kool-Aid, baby. Come on.
So yeah, I'm going Niners 23-3.
Hot take: San Francisco is the best team in the NFC.
I thought you were an Eagles fan.
I'm a realist as well.
Bro, if I tell you my heart got full.
Now Hayden did say that you like players. So what player makes you an Eagles fan?
No, he was. So a couple of weeks ago, me and him had this conversation as well. He was never sold on the Eagles. What did you say? The system, Kirk, or you said something.
We don't put it together for a full game.
That's what it was.
Well, that's a great path when you're 8-1 at week 10 and you still haven't played to your full potential, and you beat down the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday Night Football, who just beat the Buffalo Bills. And then people are going to say that we don't have any staple wins. It's like we don't make the schedule. 1, 2, to win in the NFL, it's the hardest thing to do. Ryan Clark and all the NFL analysts will tell you that. It doesn't matter who's playing, anybody can win. So first time in Eagles franchise history that we've been 8-0, and
I don't mind being wrong.
I'm going to say we've been a pretty damn good franchise since 1933, one of the originals. So I don't know, man. That's some jive.
This is why my ass wanted to get out of Delaware. This is exactly why me and my dad said, "The hell with this state. I'm getting out of Delaware because it's freaking Philly fans, man."
Yeah,
I could battle my whole life.
The best part is that Philly fans, we might be obnoxious, but we know what the fuck we're talking about.
Where you from?
I'm from Chesapeake, Virginia.
Yeah.
You have no idea the hell that I had to go through every day of my life. You Virginia, you're supposed to be a Redskins fan.
No.
These dudes, every single year, every Philly sports team is supposed to win whatever championship that's, and they could have the bummest. When they got Nandi Asamoah, best defense in the league, baby.
I think there's so there's levels, right?
Hey, after this, we got to hear about Kirk saying that.
There's the crazy Philly fans that don't know what the hell they're talking about. And then you come down to where I'm at, and it's real calm and it's real easy. And you get to call out people for what they are, like the Commanders being a fucking joke. That's what they are. So it's like, I mean, the Eagles have played phenomenal. And I still think, just like my man Stephen A. Smith, my man Dan Orlovsky, Jeff Saturday, they've all said it. The Eagles are the best team in the NFC, and it's really everyone else because we had the tiebreaker with Minnesota. So we still got a long season ahead of us, but we'll find out.
All right, Kirk, I got to hear, what is it? Systematic? What is it? Why you think San Francisco over your own home Eagles, man?
I mean, they don't have a weakness. With us, it's still putting it all together. We either start hot, like yesterday we were hot in the first quarter. And then everyone's always anticipating us to go crazy in the second quarter because we scored 24 points every fucking second quarter. We scored nothing. Scored nothing in the third. So now we're scrambling, and we can't even get on the field because we're playing fucking soft coverage and they're getting 4 yards a carry. With what 49ers have done at the deadline, adding Christian McCaffrey, getting Elijah Mitchell back. They still do have Kittle. They have Ayuk. They have Debo. The offense is there. The defense is hellacious. So I think they have the potential to be the best. Currently, right now, yes, we are the best. But I think we need to put a game together. I think the only game we put together was Pittsburgh, and we looked phenomenal. If we can continue to do that and stop taking our foot off the gas, I think that would be the best game in the NFC has to offer.
As an Indianapolis Colts fan, my entire life, Let me tell y'all a little something.
Bad boy.
Let me tell y'all a little something about going undefeated for 12 games, 13 games, 11
and choking in the playoffs.
And choking in the playoffs.
Tom Brady.
That shit does not matter. I don't want to hear none of this. Everybody else is below us. BS. Because I remember when Edgerrin James got stopped 4 times by Richard Seymour on the 1 yard line trying to run the damn football. 4 downs straight. We sucked in the playoffs.
Peyton choked. He should have put the ball in his hands.
And we had the best quarterback, in my opinion, of all time. That's all I'm going to say. We got outcoached by Bill Belichick every single year.
The best what?
Hey, I can back that up, but
I just don't like Ryan on like regular season hot. I mean, look at the Giants did, like you said.
I'm a lone wolf on these picks, but it's franchise versus franchise come Sunday, and it's going to be a good game. But I'll tell you what, I think the Colts got the number, and I'm the only one that believes it on here, not just because of a podcast. I picked it right last week, but I'm telling you, franchise versus franchise. We'll see. NFC, best team in the NFC. We shall see. We're not even close.
I bet you a burger.
Yeah, we're not even close to the AFC South.
Because you guys are going to the game, I got a soft spot because I hate going to game. Me and Mo are like undefeated every time we go to an Eagles game. We haven't lost, but I don't want you guys to lose just because you're going to go there. You're going to have a great time. You're in Lucas Oil Stadium, and then the Eagles come to town, and it's going to be a dogfight, dude.
This is around the horn.
It's going to be a great game. I will tell you, it's going to be a great game, and the only way you win is if one of your receivers, who we don't know what their names are, makes a play.
Alec Pierce, baby.
No one knows them, but let's see if they end up on SportsCenter.
Kirk, you say Austin Collie?
Yes, Austin Collie.
Hey, shout out. I remember Brian Dawkins lit his lights out and he never played football again. I remember that. Woo. 2 in 1 game, babe, before the CTE. Oh, Tuas of the world. This dude came back in the game and got knocked out again. Primetime football. Never forget it. Austin Collie, if you're watching, maybe the one guy left, probably Bobby Kemp, but if it's Austin Collie, you can come on anytime you want, man.
Shout out to Bob.
Hey, Pops is there.
Over under, Craig. My dad smacks you in the back of the head like it Lowe's at one time. Over under when he sees you.
Over under, I put him in a fucking full Nelson.
Yeah, let's go. Hey, be kind. We got to get you out to the next game, but hey,
my buddy sold a ticket for $450. What's up?
$450.
Hey, it's Brennan. That's Brennan that was in the chat. Brennan was like $450.
No, I would pay that all day.
But you got to fly out there. Would you come Sunday?
Baby mama's, I got a baby on the way. I got to make sure baby mama's all right.
Yeah, that's
been saving.
Yeah,
hey, you're gonna save us.
I got to stay around, make sure she's okay.
Yeah, I feel that, man. But hey, this was awesome, dude. Hey, hour 30 in.
Oh, I love it.
Y'all are.
Hey, I got to say, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
I had a great time. You guys, I love the fact that you're doing this, and I'm here to support you, brother. And I'm going to, we'll get a little something rolling, but that's all in the background. But man, thanks for having me on. I had a great time.
Dude,
I need a rum next time he comes on, man. I was ready for that. I need a rum on the rocks for that, dude.
I gotta get the suit going and shit.
Sure, I know. He came prepared.
Hey, this is for all the viewers. Just remember,
Bobby Kemp.
I remember specifically last year, the guy from my point of view to the left of your screen could not stand Jalen Hurts at all. That's you, Kirk. You couldn't stand that man. Yeah.
I can't. As soon as he beat the Saints on the road, I'm not sure when it was, but when he beat the Saints and the Saints were like 9-2 at that time, and we were like 3-5, I was like, there's something here. And he's worked his ass off. He's been throwing the ball. He's going to win most improved player of the NFL season for sure.
I don't mind being wrong if it's about the Eagles.
No. Geno Smith's getting most improved for sure.
I don't know.
That's a
maybe because Jalen's up for multiple awards.
Let's go, Bobby. Let's go, Bobby.
All right, Uncle Bob got some bourbon in him.
All right. Hey, but for real, gentlemen, Kurt, Beacon, Hayden, always a pleasure, man. Y'all are more than welcome to come on anytime. If y'all just want to talk shop, you want to continue to do the picks, more than welcome to join, man. Hey, we can do it anytime y'all want. We try to do once a week, so appreciate you joining, man.
Let's do it. I got my own blazer.
Why don't you guys should do it live from Lucas Oil Stadium? Can you do that?
We already scheming up some.
This dude wants to take a laptop even if it's raining to the
100%.
That's what I said, baby.
100%. What?
Yes, go
Get some crazy fans.
I'm
You know,
gonna be drooling.
the game's sold
I'll
out.
sit online for 8
The
hours,
game is
man.
sold out. You know, Philly fans are traveling. It's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be wild, man. It's gonna be energy, man. I'm excited to come back. Maybe we can do a recap live Sunday or some shit.
Maybe
Yeah,
guys
I'm
get
down.
you can live stream the fight that we're gonna get in because I'm gonna test Kirk's loyalty on our friendship versus Eagles fans. So we're gonna see which one he decides.
You're such a good fighter. You shouldn't need my help.
All right, y'all.
All right, man.
Let's do it,
All right,
man.
y'all.